It is literally the last show of 2020. Today is the very last episode of Doing It All live with Lisa Santiago. Actually, it is the last episode of Doing It All, period. We are going to rebrand in January. It is going to be live with Lisa Santiago, and I can't wait to bring you all of our fabulous guests. Now, I'm telling you, this year has been one for the books, right? This year has brought about so many changes and evolution, some good, some difficult, some memorable. None of it can be forgotten. And I mean, I am ready to take all of the newfound skills, gifts, and talents into 2021. You know that when we come, we hang out, we talk about faith, fashion, feelings, and food, and of course, fabulousness. But I'm going to tell you, I have been focusing not only on fabulousness, but one more F. And you know, we all talk about this F. We talk about this F every year, every single year. We talk about the F word, and some of us, it disgusts us, and some of it encourages us, and some of it frustrates us, and some of it, well, we don't even know what. My goodness. Some of us, we succeed with it. Some of us, we fail with it. Some of us, we can't wait to get started with it. Some of us can't wait to get over with it. But that last F, honey, that F word, it comes up every single year. Whether you are talking about it as something that you want to accomplish. Hey, Julie, it's not friends and family. It's another F word, but those are good friends and family. Friends and family are great F words. Hey, Julie. This F word is one that has come up time and time again for me. And I am telling you now that I have crossed over into another F word. For most of you who know that 50 is an F word. F-in 50s, honey. I am 52, about to be 53 in 13 days. But there are so many F words out there: faith, fashion, feelings, food, fun, friends, family, fabulousness, fantasticness. Who else has a good F word? And then we'll talk about all of them. We'll talk about all of them today. They do help us to express, to support, to elevate. They help us. F words are great. But the F word in particular that I'm talking about is what? Hey, Michelle DeWitt, how are you? We've got our awesome guest showing up. We're going to cut it up. I'm going to tell you, F word, there's lots of F words. There's faith, fashion, feelings, food, fabulousness, finances, fun, friends, family. What else you got? What else you got? What are some other F words? Firsts. First is an F word, right? And New Year's are a great time for freshness. So freshness, so clean. That is a good F word. Let's see if my guest has an F word that she'd like to share. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready, WendyY, and I will bring you up on screen. Because F words, all right, we coming. Hey, Deepa.
Hey, lady, how are you?
Darling, I'm good. I have to raise my chair. Hold on. Because you're up higher.
Okay.
There we go.
I can sit back too. My lighting is a little off. There we
It's
go.
okay. We got the overcast thing. Uh-oh, squirrels out, girls out. Go ahead, honey.
Of course. I had to do fabulous for you, girl. You are fabulous.
Fabulousness on fleek.
Yes. Fire.
That's right, on fire. So now we're getting ready. Today is the last show of the year, the last show of 2020. So of course I would have to bring my fantastic F word friend, WendyY, Miss Fabulousness herself, WendyY Bailey. WendyY, why don't you just take a second to introduce yourself to the audience any way you like?
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you today, Miss Lisa. I am WendyY Bailey. I am a master business and sales coach for more than 18 years. We're almost at 19 years now. And I serve and show top coaches, speakers, marketplace influencers, industry experts, and emerging thought leaders how to double, triple, quadruple, and quintuple their income via sales mastery. We talk about messaging, we talk about conversion strategies, we do all of that because it's that important to their well-being. And I'm so delighted to be here with you today for my F word. We've been saying it a lot, so I'm going to walk into the new year, out of this year into the new year, all about fabulousness.
Yes,
fabulosity.
Fabulosity, darling.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you my F word today. Hey, Wendy, it's WendyY. For those who are wanting to make sure that they greet our fantastic guests, it is WendyY because when you are fabulous, you must do a little something extra, darling. That's why I am not just Lisa. I am Lisa Santiago. That's
Yes.
right. And she is WendyY, honey.
Yes.
WendyY, in addition to fabulousness, I spent the day starting to prepare for another one of the F words.
Okay. Family.
Nope. Fitness.
Food.
I want it to be food, but it's fitness.
Fitness. Oh, girl.
Fitness.
We can talk about that all day long.
I know. I know.
What
But
a scary word. Look, it's scary for me. It's getting less scary, though. I will tell you that. I am a fitness and wellness coach that I started working with a couple of months ago. And part of what we do in terms of accountability is we spend our coaching session in movement. So I'm moving during that session, and then I have homework after that to incorporate more of that into my week. We talk every week, so
I
I'm
love
moving in the right direction for sure. Yeah,
I love that. I love that. I also have been trying to ascribe some different things to help me with fitness. Over the years, I've used food plans, I've done lots and lots of different things. And one of the things that I enjoy a little bit, I won't say a lot, a little bit, was walking. But I found like there was a million excuses that would get in my way. I have climate issues, right? It's too hot, too cold.
yeah,
I have timing issues, like I don't have on the right shoes issues. It's just
you
so
had 100 million excuses. I get it. Like
we
I
all can come up with some excuses, honey. And how about my favorite excuse? I'm cute anyway.
But you know the one I get that, but you know the one that really I had to let go of.
Which one?
It was I'm healthy. I feel good. And those two things were not actually true. I knew I wasn't healthy and I knew I wasn't feeling good.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I got to put that out of the way and do something because of those two reasons specifically. I was like, I got to do something. I can't continue this sedentary lifestyle.
So coming to face the truth, that's getting rid of one of those F words, getting rid of falsehoods.
Yep.
Right? If we can get rid of falsehoods and face ourselves in the mirror. I love it, love it, love it. Now, in addition to just wanting to get and be healthier for the new year, I am sure as a business and sales strategist that you've got some plans for 2021, darling. Anything you want to share with the audience?
Sure. The big thing, and this is sort of overarching everything, and it kind of started in this year, and I'm continuing it into next year, is not doing the same old thing and expecting a different result. That's insanity by definition, right? In terms of putting myself out there, I am avid social media, like I'm out on almost every platform, and I'm fairly active on most all of them. And I'm pretty consistent on a few of those because I know specific platforms are where I will connect with my most ideal clients.
Right.
So that part of it was not in question for me. It was, do I continue doing the things that I've done?
Or is it time to level up?
Yeah, time to level up.
Yes.
So, there's some strategies that I'm implementing on now that will show up in January and February that are about elevating my brand and upgrading
Yes.
my ideal client. And they've
I
already
love
started to work.
And
They've
I was
already
about to
started
say
to
some
work.
of that is already beginning because I myself I have been doing a lot of the same thing. I've been scaling back and focusing in, right? Because
That's
you
right.
mentioned being in all of the platforms. Yeah, I've got this, LinkedIn, that, Facebook, Instagram,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But every one of those platforms is not necessarily ideal for my time, energy, and efforts
That's
because my
right.
clients might not be there
That's
and
right.
my goals might not be equally matched for those places,
Hmm.
right? So,
The thing,
go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was just
No,
going
go
to say
ahead.
the thing that I have learned, and it's funny because I learned it in preparation for a master class that I delivered for my clients.
Hmm.
And it's called Planning Your Day for Profitability. It's actually part of another program. But in that course, I actually lay out who's on what platforms
Right.
so that my clients, the people who are in the master class and people who get it as part of the overall program, will understand why it's so important to know, first of all, your ideal client. And based on knowing them, you can look at those statistics that I share and
Hmm.
say, this is a platform where I want to share my content. This is where I want to connect with her or him because I know that's where he or she lives and plays and is there waiting to connect with someone, right? When I started to do that, I really started to look at my busy work. And that's kind of what it is on
Yeah,
social media. I
it can be.
yeah. I like to play on Facebook. And I'm also, since May, I've been like a Facebook activist. So I've been really into sharing political issues and
Mm,
culture and some racial injustice issues and
okay.
concerns. So I do a lot of that on my Facebook profile. And most
Hmm.
people think that you can do business on your Facebook profile, but it's actually outside of their guidelines for you to do that. So I have a Facebook page and a Facebook group, and that's where I promote, that's where I share content, that's where I add value. It's not saying I'm not adding value on my profile, but the bulk of my energy on Facebook, my profile is activism and pop culture and just silliness. And then my page and my group are dedicated to those who are interested in sort of being in my tribe and potentially working with me and that kind of stuff. So that one was clear for me. For LinkedIn, I have made a total shift on LinkedIn. I'm available via LinkedIn Live. So I've been going live on LinkedIn and I've been sharing content and adding value to people on LinkedIn. Because understand this, LinkedIn is not just for people who are job hunting. Businesses are on LinkedIn. Small business, large corporations, contacts where they're looking for training, people who can do training, people who can do consulting, people who can support them. For the small and mid-sized businesses that are on LinkedIn, they're looking for folks who can help them up level and elevate their game. And that's prime for me because I'm business and sales. So looking at the right platforms is really important. Don't just be on social media because everybody said it's fun to be on IG. You know,
Right.
don't just
Getting
go
on the right platform
right.
for your clientele.
Exactly.
Now, for me, it's really been about knowing where my clients are and knowing the platforms well enough to advise my clients on which platforms
Yeah.
are best for them.
Yeah.
Because everybody I coach coaches. I
Right.
coach coaches and I help
And you
them
coach
to
coaches that are from different areas, like their
right.
areas of expertise. That makes a difference too.
Absolutely, absolutely. However, most of my coaches are heart centered. So most of them are life coaches, healing coaches, Reiki coaches. They
Hmm.
are in that field. I do have some executive coaches, but that's a different shift. My primary goal is to work with people who have overcome something and now want to help somebody else to take a shortcut from where they were to where they are. Right.
Yeah.
So those are the coaches that I primarily focus on.
Yeah.
Now, even in that, there's not only social media uh, itself, there's audio, video. What's going to be best? Is it static? Is it images? Depends. All of those things play a part in which social media you choose.
It
Uh,
totally does. I've been telling my clients for the last 2 years that if you are not doing video, no matter what area of expertise or industry you're in, if you're
You're,
not doing video, you are missing out on
you're
opportunity.
missing out.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe, Facebook said in 2 years, 80% of our content will be consumed by video.
Absolutely.
And guess what? Here we are 2 years later, 3 years later, whatever it was when they said it. And if you look at your Facebook feed, or you look at the fact that there's Facebook Watch and there are all these shows out there that are video.
Absolutely.
2 years ago, I did a video marketing challenge, and I taught people how to go live on video and how to just really be present and how to create content and how to repurpose content and how to, plug into YouTube and do. I taught a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that I did it ahead of the trend, because there are
Absolutely.
people who were in that program now, and it was a free challenge. They were in that program now, and all I see is their videos now. And I'm just such a proud mama because I see them actually using what they learned in that challenge. If you're not doing video, I don't care what platform you're on, you're missing out.
You're missing out, and you're wasting your energy and your opportunity for free circulation and saturation. I'm telling you. Now, I know for some people it can be a challenge. I see Julie Ray. I see you. I
I
see
see
you.
you, Julie Ray.
I
Yeah,
see you, Julie Ray. I understand that. But see, understand you didn't learn your ABCs in one day.
that's right. It takes
You
time.
didn't learn them in one day. You didn't go straight from ABCs to the third grade. You didn't go straight from anything to anything. So sometimes you got to do it wrong. How many times did anybody else do LMNO like it was one letter?
Yeah,
LMNO was one letter, right? How many times do you have to do it until you get it right? You don't have to plan a whole long, drawn out 1 hour presentation. Challenge yourself to a 5 minute live on the subject of your choice.
yeah.
5 minutes. You don't have to use any fancy tools coming out. I'm not telling you that you need a green screen coming out the gate. All I'm saying is you need your face decorated with a smile. Flick on that phone, know what you're going to say. Even if you just say, look, I'm coming live and this is my first time and I don't know what I'm doing, give me some love. You
And let
better
me
watch. Go
yeah,
ahead.
let me just say this. I was running so behind today that I didn't get to put my face on and really get all beautified and stuff, but I'm still here,
That's
and I'm
right.
still adding value, and I'm still here to support the people who showed up for me. That
Absolutely.
facial stuff, I like to look pretty and all that kind of stuff, but it
But
wasn't
it's
a
secondary.
requirement for me to be here online
Absolutely.
with you, Miss Lisa. And
Absolutely.
what I want people to hear from that is you've got to get past the vanity aspect of it. You've got to get past even the performance aspect of it. If you know what you know and you're an expert standing in your own shoes, come
Stand
on
in them.
here where you are in your own shoes. Forget about the mask that the makeup does for you or a certain way of looking. I'm not saying come on with your bonnet because I was real close to that too.
Well, I
I need
actually
to
do
take my
mine
bonnet
in my
off.
bonnet, Wendy. Why I have done them,
Hey,
putting
you do
on
what
the
you got to
makeup,
do.
getting ready in the morning, and just for that reason, right? You want to let people know it's about authenticity. Sure,
Yeah,
I can dress it up and put it all together, but it doesn't start this way.
right.
And that as a coach, I want people to get that. It doesn't start, I don't wake up like this. I mean, I'm cute, but I don't wake up like
Right.
this.
Yeah.
It
It
takes
takes
some
work to look
steps.
this good, right?
It takes some steps. That's right. It takes some steps to get there. And I just want you to stop fearing that first step. That
Mhm.
first step is just turn it on.
Yeah.
Turn it on, do it.
Yeah.
Take that video, take one tip, something that you know like the back of your hand. Julie Ray is in real estate. So
Okay.
something that you could talk about, whether it's staging, whether it's about the home buying process, whether
Mhm.
it's about whatever it could be, whether it's
Yeah.
about knowing how to find the right home in your budget, or what should you be looking for in a real estate agent, and
Mhm.
just tell that one little piece, and then tell them, look, I'm out of here because I need to go get my stuff together, and
Yeah.
then leave them with the feeling that you just wanted to give them something.
Mhm.
That is the critical component of it all. Now, you're right now, in your business, how would you say your 2020 compared closing out to what you had expected it to do going in?
Wow, it's a big question. At the beginning of the year, I had, for all intents and purposes, I had kind of unplugged because I was burned out from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until about February that I was like, I had kind of rallied and stuff had been floating around in my head that I finally put to paper. And I
Okay.
started developing a plan. And that's how the Facebook activism began to happen in May. I launched a video podcast, which you've been a guest on, I will say, in July. And, I started sort of redefining what I wanted to offer to clients in the marketplace. So, where it started with me kind of being unplugged due to burnout, I'm finishing 2020 strong with amazing clients, with a really super successful podcast. My goal was to monetize it from the very beginning, and I've been able to do that. So it's just been a stellar year for me. I've seen people out there that are, tuned into the news and they think that people are really hurting and struggling. And I'm not saying that there aren't people who are hurting and struggling
Right.
that are not. I believe there are people who are struggling and
Absolutely.
hurting. My
Absolutely.
experience for my tribe, for my clients, for my audience, I don't see the struggle. In fact, I've seen people making money hand over fist
We
because
have
there's been
to.
a lot of entrepreneurs entering into the market. And because
Absolutely.
people are becoming entrepreneurs, they're being creative in terms of what they offer and how they share value in the
Yes.
marketplace. So if
Yes.
you hear anything from what I just said, what I really want you to get is that if you're stuck, if you're really hurting, if you're really suffering, think about becoming an entrepreneur and then get
Yes.
as creative as you dare to
Yes.
make it happen, to make it work. And people will pay you for what you know. People will
Absolutely.
pay you for what you know, and you need to be prepared to charge at a level that respects the value of what you're
Of
bringing
what
to the
you
market.
know.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, 2020 has been great, and 2021 is going to be freaking amazing.
Absolutely. 2021, let me tell you something. What 2020 did was, for those that realized that either we got to move with it or get left behind,
Mm-hmm.
you built some new muscles. You learned some new skills for classes that, honey, if there was a entrance exam for it, you would not have even bothered to take the test.
Yep.
But you got that. You came through this. You're still alive. You have not perished. You've gained some new abilities. There are people that are virtual now that never even considered
That's right.
the virtual lifestyle, right? It has opened up the what has been interesting to me is that with putting everybody in timeout,
Mm-hmm.
it has actually made many of us closer together
Mm-hmm.
because now
Because
there's no
we have to look
boundary.
for it. Yeah, we have to look for ways to connect. Before it was all mostly in person, and there
Right.
was,
Whatever was close to you.
yeah. But
Whatever
now
was close to
it's
you.
across the pond. It's, global. And those
Absolutely.
connections still have just as deep a meaning as in-person
Absolutely.
connections were before. Yeah.
Absolutely. Crossing time zones, crossing oceans, crossing language barriers.
Hmm.
I've even been able to have clients in other languages using technology. Like we're communicating through whatever that app is that they speak their language, I speak my language.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just opens up so many things. For us, 2020 has been amazing. We
Yeah.
have increased our bottom line. We've got so many new clients. We're in so many new countries. It
Hmm.
has been phenomenal. But what
Yeah.
I want more than anything else is for somebody to know that God is not a respecter of persons, that He has the same opportunities that He's given WendyY, that He's given me, Brian, and those that have grabbed 2020 and squeezed out everything in it that they could find, that
Hmm.
there is still something left for you. and you just have
That's
to
right,
reach out
Michelle.
and
Yes.
get it. That's right. Go ahead, Michelle. Michelle is a new author. She's actually working with me right now.
Congratulations.
Her book
Yes.
will be out by the end of the winter season, and I am excited about her project. And her project is called I've Been There, and Lord have mercy, with all of the tools that she learned through life's experiences. Y'all better get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better get it now. I'm telling you. And like WendyY said, that's really critical. And I also preach this to my clients as well.
Mm-hmm.
Life taught you something, and those have now become talents,
Yep.
right? They are
Yep.
now talents. Sometimes we even overlook them. When you answer a question in your own mind quickly and you look at other people like they're crazy, that's
Mm-hmm.
because, like, why didn't they know that? Life taught you that. Life
Mm-hmm.
taught you that. They're not stupid. They simply have not had the experience that you had.
Yeah.
And now you owe it to yourself to share that experience with them, but in exchange of value for value, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying do it for free. We're not going to cast our pearls before swine, but
Mm-hmm.
you went through that. You learned it. You built that muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You built that muscle, right? Yeah, it's a little odd, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You built that muscle. Now you deserve the right to leverage that muscle, your skills, gifts, and talents, and leave a legacy to your children's
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Leave a
For sure.
legacy.
For sure. The thing that, I love that you're sharing with your clients is that recognition of where they've been and their ability in that to pay
Yes.
it forward, to do something to serve other people. Because
Purpose in your pain.
Zig Ziglar, who, master salesman, businessman galore, said that you'll get what you want when you've helped other people get
Enough
what
other
they
people
want. Enough
get
other
what they
people get what
want.
they want. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's true.
Absolutely.
When you stop focusing on the number, the don't misunderstand. You need to know how much you're going to charge, and you need to have goals for your profits,
Absolutely.
income, and all of that. That's not what I'm saying. But focus on being a servant first, being of service first, being someone that adds value first, and the money will follow.
It
The money
does.
will follow. I had a coaching session earlier today with a client, and we've been working together off and on for about 3 years. And I marveled at her in our session because I've seen her growth. She used to really question whether she should be charging for what she offers. And she's like a personal development, personal empowerment coach.
Mhm.
And she's worked with executive women and wants to do more work with women. But what she really wants to do is personal development. In just the last 3 months, I've seen a total shift in her, and she's bringing homework to her sessions, and I'm going, wow, did you do this? Like, lead magnets. I helped her prepare one lead magnet, and she conceptualized and created two others. I love
Absolutely.
to see that kind of progress, because it
Absolutely.
means she recognizes now the value she's bringing to the marketplace. And what she said to me was, and I just love this, what she said to me was, I don't want to work with someone at a cost to me understanding the value I'm bringing to them.
Mhm.
I was like, wow. So now she really understands that she can't put stuff out there, cast her pearls before swine,
Right.
and not charge for it, and not
Absolutely.
add the value without being compensated equally for what she's sharing in the marketplace. I just love those
Absolutely.
kind of stories, don't you?
I absolutely do. I think we call it low hanging fruit. Those are
Yeah.
the things that you can do that you don't have to get anything else for, but that other people are willing to pay for, right? So you got all the ingredients already within you from your unique experiences, skills, gifts, and talents. They are valuable, and we don't want to just throw them away. We are getting ready to close out in 2 minutes. I want to give you the last word.
Wow. Thank you so much for having me here. I want you guys to understand that no matter where you are in your journey, I've been on this journey, this entrepreneurial journey, for almost 19 years, as I said before. And what I've learned is you've got to start where you are. That means you recognize your expertise and you know that they come from your experiences, and let that fuel you and propel you to serve more people. And when you serve more people, what you're going to find is they're going to reward you, and you're going to be rewarded more than just from a monetary perspective, but you're going to have joy and fulfillment in what you do as well. So stay the course, do what you do best, get people to charge, pay you for what you know, and you know a lot, and you'll be great in 2021.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I always love hanging out with you. We're going to have to restate our goals for
Yes,
2021 as
yes.
accountability partners. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to put you in the green room for just a second. Give me a second
Okay.
before you step out, okay? I am Lisa Santiago McNeill. I want you guys to know that you would not have gone through it if you could not learn from it. God did not set you up to fail. He set you up to fly. Go on ahead, grab life by the reins, and soar. Permission to be amazing has already been granted. I am Lisa Santiago McNeill. Happy New Year, and we will see you